Hello everyone, Brave Belly here. Today on the channel, I'm going to be eating and reviewing this Polish military ration menu number 5. So it says Wojskowa Indywidualna Racja S. So Army Individual Ration S, menu S5. And it's made by like a really renowned Polish ration manufacturing company called Arpol since 1991. They've been established. There's also a arpol.net.pl if you're interested, and they have their own online store because they do make similar rations available for consumers and public use, as opposed to this, which is an actual military ration made by them. And yeah, so without further ado, let's get it on. All right, so I'm actually home from work. Decided to make an impromptu video, ran home and got everything set up. Hopefully everything works out. Got the Polish current issue bayonet right here, which I like. It's super light and nifty. I think it's pretty awesome. Has the included part of the sheet as I fumble. But basically this comes out, and I'm supposed to be able to cut concertina wire with this, all right? But anyway, guys, let me know in the comments down below if you're in the Polish military, if you're actually issued this, do you actually currently have this? If you use it, what you guys think about it, because I know it's the current issue, but I'm not sure if all the soldiers get it. So I'd be curious to know. But anyway, I think it's a badass looking bayonet. Anyway, let's go. So I want to see if I could open this by hand, but I do think you need a knife, but we will find out. I do like this cool military green color as opposed to like the current issued or the current United States ones and the British ones that are like a brown color. This is maintaining, that European forest kind of vibe, all right? So I like that. Heavy duty plastic, and that's about it, all right? So that's how everything's looking. First thing we have here is warzywa suszone, so which translates to dried veggies, which is weird. I've never heard of this or come across this first time, so I'm excited to try that, see what it's all about. We have their accessory packet. I'm going to open everything up. We have the famous Polish Panzer waffles, because these are, look how thick these are, and they're generally on the very hard side, probably the hardest crackers or biscuits that I've ever had in any rations. However, they are delicious in flavor, in my personal opinion. This is the Suchary Specjalne SU1. All right. So, oh yes, look at all this. It says mleko, which is just milk, and it has a nice, cute little character of a kitty cat. Super cute. All right. So this is great for morale for soldiers, in my opinion. Put somebody in a good mood, at least for me personally. Zagęszczone słodzone. So it means thickened and sweetened milk. So basically, in essence, I would assume this is like a condensed milk. Everything we have we have some English. Awesome. Condensed sweetened milk, 8% fat. Milk solids, not fat, 20%. Ingredients: sugar, cream, skim milk powder, milk, aroma, best before date, batch number on the closure. Awesome. Oh, by the way, this expires in 2026. So we have August 20. So we have an entire year from now. But yeah, whatever. I'm just eating it now. All right. So this is pasztet tradycyjny. So traditional pate. I don't know what they mean by traditional, but we're going to find out. And then we have goulash angielski, which is a British goulash. All right, so also don't know what that is. Wow, super surprised. Very small amount of food for an individual ration, but realistically, this is one meal. So if you get 3 meals, I mean, this should hold you over, all right? But nonetheless, I was expecting a little more. However, I've never seen these two, so curious to see what that's about. And then let's see what's in this accessory packet right quick. We have a wet wipe. We have white sugar. That's biały cukier. Check out the graphics. We have an old school kind of like burlap sack or something like that with sugar in it. Then we have what seems to be good quality, relatively thick toilet paper. Okay, so it's not like flimsy, but you know, substantial. That's always, you know, good to have. If you need it, it's great to have. If you don't need it, just whatever. Anyway, we have a little garbage bag, super dainty and European style, okay? Where I'll just be using this as my garbage bag. Does enough justice. We have a vitamin C candy, okay? So this is vitamin C fortified. It's called Ditsky candy, or in this case, Dicky candy. And what else do we have here? Okay, so we have their beverage. Okay, so Kava Rozpuszczalna, which 2 coffees we have. So I'm gonna pour up the coffee right now. We're gonna try their coffee. So Rozpuszczalna basically means instant coffee. And it says 100% instant coffee. That's really, and it's, the brand is Kruger Polska. So it's a German brand, Kruger. I believe that's German. It sounds very German. So maybe they're just, you know, yeah. I guess they're international, but yeah, they're stationed in Poland, but the brand is German, in my opinion, or at least I'm guessing. So it's finely powdered. I usually prefer my instant coffee to be like freeze dried. So it's like thicker granules, you know, but this is like fine powder. It is what it is. I don't know what I'm just gonna eyeball it, and looks like we have no utensils. So thankfully I have mine on the side. And yeah, this is my little case for, you know, for cooking and stuff. Like my cook said, this is Polish, by the way. So the irony, like, this is made by a company called Helicon Tex. It's pretty cool. And these are added. This is American USGI grenade pouches, and this is a machine gun belt that I put on it. I could dye this apple green to make it match the color, but I kind of do like the contrast. Guys, let me know in the comments if you think I should dye this to match it or just leave it like this, just for like character, you know? I'm not opposed to leaving it this way, but if I do dye it in candy apple green, it'll be close to this color, which is like, the name of this camo pattern is called Penscott, I believe. And this is for like special forces in Poland, but I don't know if that's true or if that's just marketing by Helicon Tex. I don't know. So if anybody's familiar with that, I'm sure everybody would like to know in the comments, especially me. All right, check out these matches. Definitely one of a kind. You don't come across matches like this. I mean, they are just what seems like cardboard matches, but just the style, take a look at that. I've never really seen matches like this. And it's weird that we do have matches, but we don't have any heating elements whatsoever. So I am gonna be eating this cold for that reason. All right, so simple, straightforward matches. It's cardboard, burns very nice, very well. And then we have just sugar, so we don't have creamer. So it seems like the Poles like black coffee. But maybe I'm just gonna add this to it and see what it does. Why not? So let's try this condensed milk. The only other ration that I've seen condensed milk is the Belarusian. And so this is a pleasant surprise. And honestly, when I've seen it in the Belarusian, it blew my mind. I was like, wow, this is amazing. For it to be in the Polish one as well, makes me kind of proud, you know, that they're just being different and they're including something so decadent, you know, and I think this is a nice touch in my personal opinion. First, let's just give it a try. So nice. It has like almost like this toasted kind of taste, like warm milk. It's just really nice. I never have stuff like this, like in America. I don't know if this is popular. I've never seen it out of a tube, basically like a toothpaste. I don't know if we have this here. I don't think so. But I must say, this is super cool. All right, let's look how beautiful. Now, this is my type of coffee. I don't normally drink it sweet, but I'll take it like this over black. Beautiful. This tastes like Starbucks. What a nice touch. 10 out of 10 for the coffee now, okay? It went from like a 2 to a 10. Pleasant surprise. All right, let's get into some of this food. Let me just show you this wet nap. I already know this type of wet nap. Terrible, probably the lowest quality for wet naps, if I'm going to be honest. One, because it's paper, so it falls apart really easy. And also the smell is terrible. It's like that synthetic lemon, you know? So not the biggest fan, but hey, I want clean hands. So, but yeah, the scent is strong. So 3 packets of sugar. So lots of sugar, probably for the coffee. I mean, what else? And then let's see about this beverage. Oh no, this is this is another coffee. So we have 2 coffee and no beverages, which is kind of weird because on the ingredient list, it says squat, which is ingredients. Gulash angielski, check. Pasztet mięsny, check. That's the pate. Suhary, that's the crackers, check. The sugar, check. The milk in the tube, check. And then the accessories is kava, that's the coffee. Sugar, check. Vitamin C, check. Gum, check. Oh, I guess so there is no beverage. My bad. I could have sworn I read beverages. Sorry. All right, so yeah, the only beverage is this, basically, which is fine. They expect you just to drink water. All right, so let's open up the pate. Traditional pashtet, very like, you know, obviously very industrial, no nice designs or anything, it's very straightforward. All right, and this just has Polish writing. Let's go. I don't know what traditional pate is. Ooh, first impression, very appealing. All right, nice little like, very meaty smell, but does it not smell livery or heavy like with minerals? No, this like this pate is almost like that French kind of like, you know, that duck liver, buttery. Seems like it's gonna be very soft. All right, first I'm gonna just try it like this. Look how smooth it is. The color is beautiful. Very appealing pasztet. Yeah, so it does have a livery taste. Guys, let's see what their ingredients. Konserwa wieprzowa. I always forget what wieprz means. I think wieprz is wieprzowina, wołowina. Oh, okay, so wieprzowina is pork. So this is pork. And this has pork liver. They do there is milk in there apparently, so I guess that's what makes it creamy. Anyway, this is a 10 out of 10 pate. So if you guys are wondering what type of pate that I love this one. Not because it's Polish. Yes, I'm Polish, but not because it's Polish. It's because it's so smooth and creamy, all right, and light. All right, this is the suhary. Super crunchy, as you can hear me chewing on it, and it has the caraway seeds, and that's what gives it that rich, delicious flavor, like it's from a bakery. Okay, this is absolutely delicious. Doesn't taste like your typical cracker or biscuits that come in other rations that are just saltines that taste like flour. This is deep, okay, in flavor. The only thing is, it's so hard that the contrast is so dramatic. We have the fluffiest, airiest, most delicate pate and the most dense cracker. So together, maybe not the best. Let's see. 10 out of 10 pasztet. I love it. And great coffee. I already had coffee. It's like, what time is it? It's 7:30 p.m. So it's a little late for me to have coffee. Yes, I do work nights. That's why this is considered my lunch. But we're doing good on time, guys. All right, beautiful pasztet. I mean, so smooth. 10 out of 10, like I said. And so me personally, I feel like these are better to have by themselves. But then what would I have the pasta with, you know? Unless soldiers get like bread. I was told sometimes they get like, there's loaves of bread or something like that, like buki, which is basically like rolls or something, you know? So perhaps you could grab like a roll and then eat that and just snack on these. I don't know. So if you're a soldier in the Polish military, please be kind enough to read some, to write some insight about your experience with these cans and how you guys consume them. So bomb. It's all about that condensed milk. All right, I'm gonna just open this up. I hope I don't have to heat it up, but they don't give any heating elements. Oh, look at that. So they call this British goulash. I don't understand how they could call this that. This is straight up just a ham. So to me, that's confused. Basically like their version of Spam. That's what this looks like. I'm so surprised because I would think this is called like shinka, which is ham. See, you can see it's ham and it's like canned ham with a little jelly. Let's try some of this jelly. And let's cut right into it. Look at that. It looks like the highest quality Spam. You know what I mean? Because it's like real substantial chunks of meat. So it doesn't look like previously before being canned that this was like a liquid, you know? This looks like it was chunks. And let's give it a try. Tastes like a salty canned ham with a little bit marbling of fat. Very nice. And so this goes to show you Polish people love their meats. We have pork and pork. So yeah, that's what you get if you're in the Polish military, which I'm a fan of. I grew up eating pork and I love it. So no complaints from me, that's for sure. Very nice. So I must say that it's a nice contrast. One is so buttery and rich and smooth and creamy, and one is salty and has more chew to it. It's more substantial, has so nice contrast. It's like two different experiences. Greatly appreciated. Really nice. Now I must say there's not a lot of food. This is just one meal, so perhaps they just expect you to eat this while, you know, snacking in the field between exercises or something like that, maybe. Lots of character, okay? Because one, there's no heating element, and it's not like this big, you know, rice, carbs, and it's meat and crackers, so it's quick. Like, we're not camping here. We're gonna eat and we're gonna get on the move. So very kind of like military, no nonsense, and I respect it honestly because with the little options they give, it's high quality, in my personal opinion, and this appeals to my palate, as opposed to like a lot of Western rations that you might heat up and stuff, but they taste like you're eating chemicals, in my experience. And this one is, no, this just tastes like this is pate from a European deli. Okay, same thing with the ham. Yeah, it's just a canned ham, but it tastes like something that you would buy in a deli, not like from a industrial, industrial factory. So Arpol definitely, oh yeah, good stuff. Also, I'm curious about if anybody has any information regarding the previous rations that I reviewed for Ukraine that was provided by Poland. If anybody knows, leave it in the comments. why they didn't have Arpol do the rations and donate it to Ukraine. Why were the rations purchased in Spain? If anybody knows, I'd love to know. For me, obviously, I'm thinking it's all a money thing. I'm thinking maybe these cost more money than the ones from Spain. So that's my theory, but I have no basis really. That's just a guesstimation. But I would like to know if anybody knows, please let me know in the comments, because Arpol represents definitely high quality. All right, we got one last piece of this. I still can't believe this is called goulash angielski. How is this even goulash? Goulash angielski, mielonka wieprzowa sterylizowana. So yeah, I mean, this is also pork, like basically a Spam. Real nice. There's more, but now I feel like this combination together, this cracker that's a little denser, goes better with this product, with this meat, more than the pate. The pate is just such like a classy flavor, and like with a hard cracker, not as pleasant as this. All right, that's the 2 cans. Let's see what we have in here. Warzywa suszone. These are like so random. Never seen anything like this. It just says dried veggies. It says potatoes, paprika. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. It's just snacking. Oh, it's like, these are like chips, but healthy chips, okay? So basically, we got air puffed potatoes with some paprika. So it tastes like chips, but I've never seen this. So they don't taste the greatest. They almost taste like the potatoes. Yeah, because I guess there's no oil here. This looks like air puffed. And so it doesn't taste as like greasy. It tastes a little bit on the healthy side. I don't love it, but I do love the fact that it's so different. I've never had this or anything like this. And so I would have this again. Let me show it to you up close. See, just paprika on the outside. Really nice. See, it's stuff like this. It's like very nice, Poland. Really nice. I love to see Poland pull off a lot of like innovative or one of a kind or just high quality. And there's nothing like the best about this, you know, obviously, if you see how simple it is, but the quality is top shelf, you know, for something so little. It definitely hits the spot. It doesn't taste industrial. It doesn't taste like chemicals. I'm still snacking, so good portion of this. They did give a lot of calories in the form of sugar, so I'm usually critical about this because I think it's super cheap. It's a cheap way to reach higher calories, so I have to be critical as far as the Polish people as well with this. Not the people, obviously, the brand. You know what I mean. But too much sugar. Like, if you're gonna give this, why don't you give more candy? All right, maybe give 2 packets and just give like more variety of candy, like chocolates or something. You know, since you're already giving this, get rid of the sugar, the plain sugar, something else. Okay, that's just my personal opinion. Let's get more into the condensed milk. Of course, right on my shirt. Smooth, huh? Absolutely amazing. I'm gonna finish this up because this is my dinner basically. I gotta go back to work. And for those of you that are curious or gonna ask, I paint cars for a living. Oh, we still have a candy. I kind of want to finish this though. Really nice. So rich and delicious. This is awesome to have as a soldier, and you could see the packaging in is like high quality. So this not, I wouldn't be worried about, oh, this might burst in my pocket. I'll try to collect these, as many as I can of these, and have them. I mean, delicious calories, you know, as opposed to just not delicious calories. You know what I mean? So this is good. Just my personal take. Obviously, when I eat these things, I'm reviewing them as well. So just my personal opinions about these matters. That's all. Take it for what it's worth. And so let's see about this candy. So they used plastic, which is nice because we don't have anything stuck to this, okay? No more paper stuck. I don't have to eat paper, which is a plus. Like I said, vitamin C fortified. O smaku wiśniowym. I think that's cherry. And it tastes really nice, almost like a black cherry. The color is not the prettiest, but apparently they don't use all the chemicals that we use here in America. Which, okay, it's fine. And it tastes really good. But when you bite into it, it doesn't have like this crunch. It almost, my teeth melted into it. And I don't think it's supposed to be that way. I think it's supposed to be a hard candy with a soft middle. But I feel like the middle converted the outside, so just mushy and chewy. Flavor is good though. Can't complain about the flavor. Guys, if you stayed around for this long, thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Till next time, signing off.